Hey everyone, I hope this first week of gratitude practice has been going well and you've really started to develop a habit around journaling and noticing things you might not have really noticed before. For those who've already been journaling and doing gratitude practice, great. I want to introduce two concepts this week that can really help create a more impactful experience when you are practicing gratitude. That being the ideas of specificity and recency. So, you can always be grateful for your family, your kids, your partner, your dogs, the weather, etc. But these are pretty broad topics, and there's a lot of experiences that you might have had around these concepts. That being said, you can also recall events and have gratitude for things that have happened a little bit further in the past, maybe than the past few days, hours, weeks, whatever, that can actually create a gap between how you feel now and how you felt then. It can actually kind of fill that space with some negative emotions. Well, I used to feel better then, which isn't always helpful and actually negates the idea of gratitude practice. So, that being said, let's look at some examples of why or how specificity and recency works. So, one example would be I'm grateful for my dog. That's good. Okay. A better example would be, well, I'm grateful that my dog was recalling the training that we've been working on all week and is it sitting at all the crosswalks when we stop. Great, that's awesome. Specific, recent. Another example, I am grateful for my partner. Okay. Better, I'm grateful that my partner woke me up with a cup of coffee this morning. Something that happened that morning and has a very specific event tied to it. So, what happens is you kind of create a uniqueness relationship between these events that have happened and how you feel about them, so that that feeling of gratitude and the positive feelings drawn from that, or the useful feelings drawn from that, are much more impactful and useful for you in that moment. And what you start to do is you start to create new habits of thought. So, habits of thought are essentially the idea that you have, just like you have muscle memory, you have cognitive patterns as well of how you think. And these habits of thought can be changed, just like you can change muscle memory. So, with that in mind, gratitude starts to kind of develop these new habits of thought. And the more impactful and the more specific and recent you have them, the easier it is to utilize those to change those neural pathways in the same way that you change that muscle memory. So, kind of introducing a big topic there, but that's what I want you to start to think about when you start to create habits around gratitude and journaling, and how often you do it and when you do it, and then how you do it matters. In the same way that practicing the right way matters when you're talking about even like martial arts or jiu-jitsu, whatever, right? So think of it that same way and start to write those gratitudes down. Be specific and recent. I hope this was helpful, and I'll have one more video for you guys talking a little bit about the science and the how. But right now, let's get down to the gratitudes. Have a good day.